test video?
Yeah, test video.
What is solar? I used to think solar was a little engine that powered everything that you wanted it to power.
A solar engine.
It is not. Are you going to join me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. There's a lot to learn about solar. I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. The solar panels
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
charge a battery. And everything that runs on solar is powered by the battery. How's that?
The sun powers it all.
My work here is done.
Yep, thanks. Appreciate you watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.
What you got now?
We're boondocking.
Oh, that's true.
This is all about boondocking. We have a vast amount of experience boondocking, and we'd love to share that knowledge with you.
Vast?
No, not really.
I wouldn't
fast.
call it fast.
No. We did it once for like 7 days, and then when we were in the Southwest, we did
A
a couple of weekends, maybe 3 weekends.
maybe.
Yeah. So we have some experience.
Yes.
And I think what makes us any kind of authority on this is that we didn't kill our batteries, and our food didn't go bad.
I mean, if we were Elon Musk, then we wouldn't have tested far enough.
Because we didn't fail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We didn't
that's
fail.
true. Yeah. Yeah. Failure would have been fun. Maybe not.
Didn't really want to fail, though.
No. So we are here in Maryland, and we're boondocking at a Hipcamp place that Sherri had found, my travel agent.
It's actually the number 3 Hipcamp post
Sorry, we're in West Virginia.
in West Virginia.
Yeah. We're not in Maryland. We're in West Virginia. We were in
Some
Maryland
mistakes.
this morning. So let's talk a little bit about boondocking.
Okay.
I think it starts with the solar, probably.
When we pulled in here, he has like 70 acres and he's just converted it into this very private campground. Like there's very few sites. He keeps everyone spaced apart, especially this year. And he saw us pull in and decided he was going to get us the perfect site, and offered us this site here near the field, which is perfect for us because it has a good amount of sun, and we wanted to make sure that we didn't fail with solar.
We should also probably say that on the way in, there was a little check-in area where you just self-check in. And I walked ahead because it looked a little daunting. We've done some off-roading in Utah, in Moab, and so we have some experience with that. We've done some off-roading in other places too, in Oklahoma and Arkansas. And yet this looked a little steep, so it was a little treacherous getting in here. There's not too many places that we've gone with the Alto where we get nervous, but I'll admit this was one of them.
And especially because it was a dirt road. And you never know if it's going to be loose.
Yep.
It wasn't.
Fortunately, it wasn't. No, it's well maintained. You can get in here easily enough. I think we could get out easily enough too.
The Cacopon Hideaway.
The Cacopon Hideaway.
I think that's how you say it. Who knows? We just got here.
Yeah, we're not locals. We don't know. What all do we need, or what do we use when we're boondocking? What are the things that you need to know, or the things that we use for living when we're not hooked up to shore power?
So we have a 200-watt solar power system. I'm not sure if that's what you call it. Is that the right term?
I think so.
So the panels on the top, there's 2 of them, 100 watts each. They go to a very basic battery. We don't have any fancy battery. It's just a Group 31 marine battery.
Yep. And we do a little bit of maintenance on it.
Yeah.
I check the water levels in it once a year, maybe twice, depending upon the climate we're in.
But otherwise it just runs itself. And it keeps the battery charged, and then when we are in a place like this with no connection, we can run many things in the trailer. Just about everything.
Yeah.
Except
Run the air
conditioning.
Yeah.
That's pretty much...
But with the inverter, we can do the microwave if we choose to, but typically we don't.
We use the microwave and the inverter very little, and that's just an outlet you can stick into. But that uses more energy, so we stay away from it. But otherwise, solar can power the whole setup.
Yep. Sherri bought a 12-volt fan that we use mostly for Irma in the car, but we put that into the camper tonight because it's a little warm here, and it'd be nice to circulate some air around.
It also powers the lights.
The lights.
There's a dimmer switch. It also works. The water pump powers the toilet, the sink, and the outdoor shower. It also, as I mentioned, the inverter, which is basically just creates an outlet for you to use, or the microwave. And we have a Truma, which is a heating system.
Heating and hot water. Yep.
I just thought I heard someone coming, and she's slicking too.
Irma, come here, Irma.
Come here.
Come on.
Come on.
Come, Irma, come. Come on, good girl. Come on.
You're such a good girl. Yes.
Come on.
All those good smells.
Come on.
Hi,
Good
honey.
girl, Irma. Yeah.
Back. Oh, it also powers the monitors. The solar. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
The solar also powers the monitors in our camper, so we can see the water levels, we can see the battery levels, we can see the thermostat if we need to turn on a heating.
Yep. Gray and black tank. Yep.
Gray and black tank, yes. What am I? Do you have the list?
It's
felt like
in
I
the
was-
camera.
I felt like I was more on it when I was making the list that we put in the phone. The movers
Yeah.
that
no,
we
don't
can,
forget
so
the
we can
movers.
move
Thank
the
you. Yeah.
the Alto around with the remote control.
And we did that when we came here because it's a single track, it's a 2-track to get in here. And so we did the 2-track and you couldn't really turn around. So we just simply disconnected, turned around and parked it right where you see it. It was seamless and it hardly used any battery. When we first pulled into here, after taking the charge
It's
of the car, it was
unnaturally
like 14
high.
point
Yeah,
something.
it's really high.
Yeah.
And then it also powers the roof system that opens the Alto.
Yeah,
the solar
right.
does.
Yep, yep. We talk about the max fan.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah. We usually leave the fan on most of the time just to keep air circulating in there. Otherwise it gets pretty hot in there.
Especially when the sun's out.
Yeah. Now that it's a little more overcast, it's not so bad.
So the Max Air fan on the roof, that
Yep.
also is powered by solar. So I think that's everything.
Yeah, and it doesn't have any trouble keeping up. I think we've even experienced where we've had rain. The longest we've been out is about 7 days, and I think of those 7 days, we had at least a couple of days that were rain, and it had no trouble keeping up with the fridge, and not to mention we do charge our phones and we charge a laptop or something.
Those are the
like
12-volt
that.
outlets. I don't think we mentioned those.
Yep.
So we put little USB adapters in them, and then anything USB you can plug in and run with very little power
Yeah.
draw.
There's more than enough for a weekend.
Maybe we shouldn't say it's no problem for a weekend until the weekend's over, but we're not planning any problems.
But
with
we've
the
done weekends before,
Yeah.
and our weekends haven't been an issue.
Yeah. This is the first time in 2020 we're using the solar, so I get a little like worried about it each time, and then I get more confident every day we use the solar. I feel more confident.
Yeah.
So
We tend to watch the monitor levels pretty closely because you don't want to get below a certain level. What's the level that you get to where you really got to start
in
to
the
be concerned about
11s,
it? Yeah.
in the volts in the 11s, which
Yep.
we've never gotten close to that.
Nope. So I think for a weekend, it's not a problem. We've done it for as much as 6 or 7 days, and not
And we
had
could
an
have gone
issue with
longer.
it. And only really the thing that is probably the tanks, probably the gray or the black tank. That might probably be the biggest factor deciding when
How
we would,
long?
how long we would actually want to be out.
Right. The longest we would stay out would not be determined by the solar. It'd be determined by the water tank.
Yeah, right.
It
And
isn't
water-
the biggest water tank.
No.
16 gallons.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
But it's been more than enough for a week. I don't even think that I don't know what the levels were when we last did it, when we were out for a week, but for a weekend, for 2 nights,
Yeah, we
no
waste
thing.
water. We waste all the water we want on a weekend.
take outdoor showers.
Oh, I never like it when he does that.
Why not?
Because I don't really
Feels
like
wasteful?
to waste water. Just kidding.
We should probably see where Irma is.
Yeah. I think we covered everything.
Because there's a turtle down there. We found a turtle.
Yeah.
And Irma's really interested in this turtle. The turtle, not so interested in Irma, as it turns out.
But I think we covered everything. We got in a look at the solar. And if you have questions, post them below, and we'll do our best to answer them. We're not experts, but we've learned a lot.
Yeah, and we're happy to share it. Cool.
Cool.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, we forgot. We have it upgraded refrigerator. It's a 4.1 or 4.3 cubic foot refrigerator, and it runs on solar. And that's actually the biggest draw. So we had to come back and add this clip in because you have to know what's drawing the most power. Keep the fridge nice and full. It helps. I don't think we forgot anything else.